He's in their spots. 8 rows, 3 deep. Lights going out. Flagman Tim taps his head, lets him know, hey, let's be smart here. We've got 30 laps to go, and we're going to start them 3 wide. You don't see it very often, ladies and gentlemen, but this is a treat, especially here at Thunder Hill Speedway. A track wide enough to start them 3 wide. Brandon Gimmel, Corey Ray, Troy Gimmel getting ready to start us up here tonight at Thunder Hill Speedway for the finale. Troy Gimmel is going to lead lap number 1 here in the A-Main. Corey Ray settles into that second spot. 4 wide they go. A little bit of contact between Densberger and Drake. Drake will have to slow down just a hair, and it'll drop him back to 5th. Gimmel, Ray, Brendan Gimmel, Johnny the Jet in 4th. 5th right now is going to be Clay Hale by a nose over Drake, but Drake's going to take that spot going down the back chute. Jordan Grabowski now making his way around Clay Hale. He'll work underneath Drake down the back chute. Drake will fight back on the high side. Troy Gimmel out in front and has a comfortable lead here in the early going to this A-Main. Corey Ray in second. Brandon Gimmel in his Bills Belt Modified on the high side. Working around the jet mod of Johnny the Jet Sadoff. But then here comes Grabo. Yellow flag comes out. Bobby Eubanks up on the high side of the racetrack. And Justin Becker on the low side. It brings out our first yellow of the night. As they roll around the speedway right now, Troy Gimmel in the 721 out in front. Corey Ray, your winner on opening night, the 69N, in second. Then it's Brendan Gimmel followed by Johnny the Jet Sadoff. Jordan Grabowski in 5th. 6th going to be Scott Drake. Clay Hale in 7th. Mike Densberger 8th. Mike Van Genderen 9th. Rounding out your top 10 as they roll in the speedway right now is Kyle Stahlbaumer in the K27. 4 laps in, 26 laps left to go in this A-Main. Lights out, we'll go green this time by. Troy Van Gimmel out in front. Corey Ray, Brandon Gimmel outside of him. Top 3 on the speedway, ready to get this one going back to green flag racing action. And the green comes out, and we're underway one more time. Grabowski with a good start here on the restart. Corey Ray and him will touch. Grabowski trying to make a move on the outside of Gimmel, but he'll have to sit back. The Jet also trying to play in the middle of the mix there with the top 4 cars. Grabowski now going downstairs. And it might be the right choice as he pulls alongside Corey Ray. Ray putting up a good fight on the outside as they head down into turn 3. As we follow the battle around the speedway, Grabowski this time by will take over second. Ray to third. Brandon Gimmel in 4th. The Jet still holding on to a top 5 in 5th. Clay Hale battling with Alan Halderman, or Scott Drake, excuse me. Drake in the 12. And Hale's going to win the battle. Hale in 6th, Drake back to 7th, and here comes Mike Van Genderen. Justin Becker off the pace. Grabowski using every inch of the racetrack up, trying to catch up to the leader of Troy Gimmel. Troy Gimmel hanging on, but there's a long way to go, fans. Tim Watts off the pace. Grabowski now at the back door of Gimmel. Gimmel is going to have to get on his high horse and try to stay with Grabowski, as Grabowski's using the power move on the high line. Track blackening up from top to bottom. Smooth and slick it is. Who's got the testicular fortitude to put the car where everybody else isn't? Right now, that man is Jordan Grabowski, who's trying to chase down your leader, the 721 of Troy Gimmel. Side by side they go. Gimmel by a bumper, that time at the flag stand. Lap traffic about to be in the way of Jordan Grabowski. Grabowski, your leader, this time by, if he can slide underneath, and it looks like Grabowski almost got hooked under the tire, and that gives the lead back to Gimmel. Troy Gimmel in the 721 takes the top spot back over, and he'll hang on to it. It looks like Grabowski might have got into that tire, and he loses the handle on it over in the turn. Lights out on the speedway. Troy Gimmel bring us back to green flag racing action. Corey Ray, Johnny the Jet Sadoff right behind him. Movement all throughout the field. Mike Van Genderen, Brendan Gimmel, Mike Dinsberger, and Scotty Drake all battling it out. Drake shoots out of that pack. He'll take fifth. Still working the extreme high line is Drake. Clay Hale battling his car builder, Johnny Sadoff, for third. Left front on the 178 of Alan Halderman. Looks like he might have some problems. Left front damaged heavily there. He's trying to hang on to that ride. Troy Gimmel still sneaking away from the field here, extending his lead lap after lap, running consistent lap times and running a smooth line. He's found the line that he likes on the speedway, and he's not giving it up. Gimmel, Corey Ray, Sadoff, Clay Hale, Dinsberger now battling with Drake to get into that top five. Troy Gimmel so far been unchallenged at the front other than Grabowski. Earlier in the race, laps starting to wind down. 23 in the books, 7 to go as we continue. Grabowski's off the speedway. Densberger still dicing and slicing with Scott Drake. Good race there for 4th and 5th. Gimmel in the 721, though, in a league of his own right now, looking to cash in on $2,000. Has he led from the outset? Gimmel will work through lap traffic as he continues his march towards the front. Corey Ray solidly into second still. As we end lap 28, white flag will come out the next time by for your leader. Troy Gimmel in the 721 in heavy lap traffic. Now he's got Alan Halderman with that hurt ride and that 178 in front of him as the white comes out. 1 to go for Troy Gimmel. Gimmel has led just about every lap, if not all the laps. He's got one corner to navigate. He is going to shoot out of turn number 4, and he's going to tell Thunder Hill Speedway, pay me $2,000. Goes to Troy Gimmel picking up the win. Corey Ray second. Sadoff third. Fourth, I believe, will go to Scott Drake. Fifth, and it's going to be a close call, but I believe it was Clay Hale, but we'll see. Unofficially, though, your winner right now, the 721 of Troy Gimmel. So Troy Gimmel picks up the big win, gets a lot of lap money because
Ladies and gentlemen, the 721, Troy Gimmel. Troy, I think you got almost nearly all of that lap money there, huh?
Oh, I forgot there was lap money. That makes it that much sweeter. It was an awesome night.
Kind of checked out there and showed all these guys the quick way around the track.
Well, I didn't know who was behind me or where they were, so I'm tickled to death. This is my dad's car. I never drove it before, and this is like my third time racing this year, so I'm extremely happy.
Pops probably isn't going to want to give it back up.
Well, I don't think he minds me run it once in a while.
Thanks for coming. In second place, a 69 from Jamesport, Missouri, Corey Ray. Corey, had your work cut out for you there behind Troy. He was hooked up tonight.
Yeah, he was pretty quick. I lost brakes about the 5th lap, and they finally came back about 5 or 6 to go, and I wasn't expecting it.
Tell us about some of your sponsors, Corey.
I want to thank Belleville Motorsports, Dean's Auto Body, D&T Marriott Enterprise, Twin Oak Timber, let's see, Bowler Motorsports, Waterbury Farms, Clear Creek Farms, Pettit Salvage, WW Motorsports. I couldn't do without any of them.
Get them brakes fixed and give it another whirl tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're going to go work on it.
In third place, from Beatrice, Nebraska, in the 96J, Johnny the Jet Sadoff. Johnny, haven't seen you down here lately.
I think it's been about 10 years and probably about 13 or 14 years since I won a race down here.
Glad to have you back. What made you decide to come this way?
Oh, Lance Borgman, I got an extra sport mod there at home. Lance Borgman wanted to drive it, so I said, I will go. And then a bunch of stuff happened this week, and I was like, man, I don't even want to go. But then it's like, yeah, he wanted to go worse than I did, so I said, all right, let's come back down here. But it's kind of crazy is last time I was down here, if anybody remembers, John Nitch used to run the 007. That was about 10, 12 years ago, and I was down here, and then he was hollering at me from the grandstands, and I hadn't seen him since like the 70s, so it was pretty cool, good memory. he's died since then, but it's just kind of cool because he was up there in the dark, and I just, hey, John, and hadn't seen him for all them years, and this is a place I remember him from.
Thanks for coming, Johnny.
Yep, thanks.
In fourth place in the 12D, Craig. He came. Now it's. Thanks for coming, Scott.
Hey, Scott Drake's a man of many words.